Let's give it a go then, see what happens. Ah, looks good. Yes, I think we're on. I think we're working. Marvellous. If we are, as per usual, please give us a thumbs up under the video here, somewhere, wherever it is, the little thumbie up thing. So I know everything's good, or type something in the comments. And then we'll crack on. Just give it a second or two, because there's always a slight delay. Evening Peter, evening David. Excellent. We're getting some thumbs up, that's good. That must be working. Marvellous. Hope you all had a jolly weekend. Seems the weather's on a bit of a change really. It's going to rain all week apparently, which has kind of screwed my week up a bit. Because I had a few other jobs to do, so I might mean though I have a weekend, or a week rather, stuck in front of the computer and photographing and listing and all that kind of jazz, so might be good for the website, not good for me. Evening Peter C and Dougie. So yeah, tonight then there is 15, is it, machines finishing? Something like that. Last time I looked earlier this afternoon, I don't think there was any offers on the trade stims, interestingly. So if you're a trade stimulator collector, you might want to put some offers in. Try your luck, as it were. All the line had, for some strange reason, was a machine I always wanted when I was more into bandits. They're really hard to come by, and I don't know why. No one seems to want the lion head, so that's a bit strange. And the selector colour, somebody please buy it, because I really don't want it stuck in my garage forever, interesting as it is. So yes, get your offers in by midnight. I think all the other stuff has got offers on. Even Gary, just doing COVID test to see if I can get out going to work tomorrow. Excellent. I'm sure you can just dip it in some orange juice or something. That makes it positive, doesn't it? Evening Paul. Right, yes, so have a look at all that lot. Get your offers in. I've listed a few new bits in the past day or so. 4 new machines at the moment, a 60s rotor that we now know is by North Autos. Somebody told us a week or two ago. And actually this one has got the sticker in it, North Autos. I'll do videos of these tomorrow running. Very nice vendor, all cast alley top, cast iron stand. I put in the description there, it's got all its original locks and everything. It's all complete. I took the back off it, but there's no keys, but you can now get to the locks to unscrew them, take them down the locksmith and get some locks made. So yeah, lovely thing. Look amazing if you polished it all up. Sort of give it a mirror polish on the aluminium. It look pretty stunning, I think. A nice Flying Scott little pin table, little Janko one. This one is in remarkably good condition. It's unrestored, sort of an as found, as it were. But you'll see. I should have slid the glass out to take the photos. I just didn't have time really, but you should be able to see it's a very good play field. Tiny little bit of wear at the top as usual, where the ball runs round. And the back glass as well. On these, the back glass always seems to be shot completely. This one is pretty good. A little bit of flaking on the white, just in the scores. But usually when I see these, all the white's completely gone off them. So yeah, it's no legs. So it's unrestored, but as far as I can see, it's all there. It's on penny. It's got its original lock, but no keys. But it's got a replacement lock with keys as well, if you want to fit it. So there we are. It's quite a nice little one. And this time of year, who doesn't need hot nuts? There you go. Get your hot nuts here. What can one say about that? And then over the weekend, there's another half a dozen or so machines come in, which I'll list in the next few days. There's a Craft Cresta, old penny bandit, front opening one, so good for operating. A Lord Seeger Old Penny, again front opener, so that's good operating piece. There's another Ruler Mint, which have a lot of Ruler Mints all of a sudden. That's on Old Penny as well, I think. A Cascade, on New 1p obviously. There's a 4-reeler, a Jubilee 4-reeler. And that's as it came into the country from Australia on Australia 5 cent, I think, but it's basically the same size as a sixpence, so it runs fine on sixpences, all working. So it's nice to have a 4-reeler for a change. And there's another one of those new old stock mechanical change machines. We had one a few weeks ago, which does old 10p's to old 5p's, or foreigners to shillings, if you like. So if you've got some shilling machines, it might be quite novel to stick along with those. There's also a 4-square, Brian's 4-square cabinet, the top half of the cabinet. So it's got all the little castings on and the 4-square signs. So that might be of use for somebody. And some more bits. The crane Mercury tilt switch thing, the rheostat, and some Beramat bits. There's some more fairground stuff, some more magazines and things. Some locks. Just look at slotty bits. That's other sort of fairgroundy bits and magazines and things. So yeah, lots more stuff coming in. Evening, who else has joined us? Oh, Chris, evening, Paul, Peter. We needed that hot nut machine in Clacton today. It was freezing. Freeze your nuts up in Clacton. I've got some pictures of Clacton in a minute that Paul took of Clacton Pier. And some 50s and 70s, I think they are, pictures. And some of Walton Pier as well. So, yeah, so as I say, next few days I'll get all these other machines listed. So keep an eye out for all of those, and with the videos as well, obviously. It's just been a busy couple of days, but yeah. Lots of rain to the week to come. What else have we got? Coins, lots of machine fronts. Some locks there, handy for wall machines. So yeah, rolling along. Right, so last week I said I could do with all-in pictures was a bit of a thing to look at, wasn't it? Oh, the cameras need adjusting again. I keep having to keep moving it to and take pictures. So I had a load in. I think Peter Cousins sent most of the ones in, I think, that we've got. So let's scroll through those and see what we've got. These, where they're the ones I've not got on the website already, in the week sometime I'll cut them out properly and upload them to the website, square them up in Photoshop and whatnot. It just takes a bit of time to do, which I haven't had today. So yeah, the English version of the All-in Deluxe, which could be made by several people. Phoenix probably. Maybe Phoenix works on the look of it. If you know anything about any of these, then do chip in the comments. BMCO, this is actually a digger. It's got the wrong top on it. This one. Interestingly, the next picture. So this says the Playball, but the machine is called the digger. This one is the Playball. So that top needs to go on this machine, basically. The Playball has that nice mirror in the middle as well, with a kind of sunburst in it. They did this on automatic payout as well on Playball. But often converted. In fact, this might even be a conversion one. And, oops, what else have we got? One of the earlier Brian's 10 cups, I think these are. I've had sold 2 or 3 over the years with these odd colour backflashes in, where they're actually made of separate strips of plastic. Like BMCO did, funnily enough. So I don't know, but I'm assuming they're earlier versions, until they ended up with the multicolour backflash that we Oh no, but it's interesting they only use red and green on these. I think the other ones I've had might have only been red and green as well, from memory. Which kind of ties in with the red and green you almost always get painted in the corner castings. So, don't know. Some of the Brian's enthusiasts can no doubt enlighten us on that. Hortins Allwyn. Nice machines. I like the Hortins Allwyns. They come in a metal cabinet, for those of you who don't know. On the bottom cash door, curved metal as well, usually chromed, usually missing. But yeah, nice quality machine. I like those. They made 2 or 3 different versions of it, I think. Some red back flashes, yellow back flashes. Not an Allwyn, but it was just another wall machine that came in, so I shoved it in this folder. If you remember last week, I think it was, we looked at some flyers that had this machine on, and I said, has anybody got one or seen one? And there we go, a Superbrute. Jameson multi-slot type thing. So another gap filled in. Craft W Win in double your win. One of these later cases. So this must be the electric payout version. They did the manual ones well with the payout knob in the kind of more traditional case. And then these later ones, let's try to see what other ones we've sold. These later craft machines. I've sold a few. So yeah, sold the time limit in that style of cabinet. Oh yeah, one of these actually, double your win, funnily enough. And in the ordinary, the manual payout version. Interesting, actually, the last double your win we sold had a payout knob on it. So last time we sold it back in 2013. Let me just show you this. So this one, look, has a, it's in that later case, but with a payout knob. Whether that was a transition period or just one that was converted later on, I don't know. Can't remember. What else have we got? This perfectly shows the perils of trying to photograph machines, these problems I have every day. Because you photograph any machine with shiny glass or a mirror on it, and invariably you end up with yourself in the mirror. Your camera or lights or something. So yeah, nostalgic. Another nostalgic. Punch and Judy, always a popular little machine. These operate surprisingly well. They took good money. We had a few of these on site. Simple idea, but they're saying the simple ideas are usually the best. Next one, another nostalgic, sort of a more traditional style one that they made later on. Win or lose, with a mirror top. The Cortines, or Rougher and Walker, as everyone knows them as. The Hat Trick. For those of you who've never seen these, it's a really interesting one because the 3 rows of payout tubes, you as the operator can set them in any configuration you like, basically. They just kind of slot in from the back. So you can choose which ones win. I think there's 2 or 3 levels of payout, if I remember rightly, I can't remember. And if you don't put a tube in, then the ball falls down to the next row and so on. So yeah, quite an interesting machine, really. Same big chunky thing, same size as the fill 'em ups, etc. But it doesn't seem to turn up quite so often as the other ones. This will be a Winner Kit Kat, another Rougher and Walker / Cortine one. With the cats on the backflash. Quite amusing. Actually quite a nice one, that one. Why the payout knob back plate is a bit of a funny angle for some reason on that one. Why not, I guess. And the next one, same thing with a Polo. And the next one. The What's My Line, one of the fill 'em up types. Looks like quite a good back on that particular one. Yeah. Again, big and heavy. A lot of mechanism in it. And the next one. Roll out the barrel. These were, I think this is one of the Samsung conversions by the look at the artwork. But the based on the Domino machine, Jensen Mears Domino, which again was made by the original Dominoes, were made by 2 or 3 companies, sort of copied it on or made under license, whatever they were, and several people converted them into the roll out the barrels, including Wales and Samsons. I don't know if they did it themselves or if they, you know, somebody did them for Samsons, but yeah, we've got some of this artwork actually. If anybody needs one in the spares, well, it might not be up at the moment. I think it has been on and didn't sell, so it's still here if anybody needs one. Paul says, looking for the coin slots for nostalgic Allwins, if anyone has any. There was a nostalgic bit come in, what was it? It's on my list here somewhere. I think it was a top. Nostalgic top flash if anybody needs one. Yeah. So, yeah, sticker wanted advert on the spares section. Best idea. And next one, what have we got here? I don't know who made this. It's a homemade machine, but not too bad of a job. Star Wind. So if anyone knows who made it, I seem to remember seeing something very similar with the giant Allwin, the giant flicker made out of a door handle. Fair enough. So yeah, a bit of DIY project by somebody. And the next one, what else have we got? Some Wales machines now. Allwin Deluxe. Kind of Battenberg background, as I call it. Reminds me of a Battenberg cake. Cake. Might just be I've got cake on the brain, but hey ho. And then what else have we got? Allwin Supreme, one of the early, these are early Ollie Wales, pre-war stuff, or just pre-war, I think they are. Again, you see that kind of separate strips of plastic before they print them all in one piece. And very kind of deco-y styling with that, with the ball gallery surround. Quite unique kind of stepped pattern. Mr. Triple says, thought Double Win was made by Amusement Mart and Kraft sold them. So in other words, Morris Sheffers. Could well be. I don't know. But I'll make a note or ping me an email with what you know, because you'll probably know an awful lot more about it than I do. Like a lot of these things with people like Crafts and Bruffer and Walkers, trying to get down to the bottom of who actually made them is quite interesting, because they were often only sold by exclusive distributors, and for whatever reason they often didn't have their own name on them. Maybe it was a deal they did with R&Ws and Craft, etc., to not put their own names on the machines. I'm not sure. Let me just make a note of this, bear with me a tick. Double Win. So were the other similar ones made by the same people then? Or was it just Double Win? Double your win. If and we're thinking that was by Amusement Mart. Amusement Mart. Nice to get to the bottom of all this sort of stuff, wouldn't it? Excellent. Yes, all of them. Marvellous. I shall update that. So is that all the Allwins, do you mean? All the craft Allwins, as it were? Or just these ones in these distinctive cabinets? Interesting. Right, where do we get up to? Let's have a look at the next picture. Oh, another one of the Allwin Supreme. All of that style. Right, marvellous. All of that style. I'll try and update that, then you can tell me if I get it wrong when I've updated the pages. And the next one. Very well, was Chad. Obscure angle on that one, but there we are. This is one of the perils I said before. People often take snaps of machines with the camera not at the level of the machines, and they come out a bit of a funny shape, especially when you remove the background, because you end up with a machine that looks like that, or this, or whatever. But as we all know, if you try and point the camera straight at the machine, all you get is a reflection of the camera, so it's a real difficult thing to photograph. Ollie Wales, Defiant, is it this one, I think? With the Spitfire on the back. What's that one called? Something else? I think it's Defiant, isn't it, this one? Somebody will tell me. They made 2 or 3 kind of wartimey ones, didn't they? The big one, and this looks like the ordinary sized one. Which I think, have I sold one? Definitely sold them before. Hang on a minute, what did we call them before? Let's have a look. Ollie Wales. Why haven't I got a picture of that? That's interesting. Victory Ball, Victory Cups, wartime ones. Oh, I just put it down as wartime bomber before. Pretty sure it's Defiant. Anyway, somebody will know and let us know. I've seen them with names on in like a top flash. 66, nice one. We sold one not so long ago, didn't we? Was that the one we sold? It might even be the one we sold. Not sure. Looks like a very good back in it though. And moving on. Into Space. Nice big machine. With that great kind of spacey theme. And whatever ink they used on these must have been a bit dodgy, because they're almost always really faded out the blue. So what colour they were originally, whether it was quite a darker blue as it's space, and this is sort of halfway faded, I don't know. But it's sold a couple over the years and they've almost been white, almost faded out to white. Tom says, funny how you don't see flyers from Allwin makers. No, hardly any at all. I've got one of a double one somewhere of the whatever it's called. When you flick the pin around one side, if you get it in the wind, the ball comes out the other side and you flick it around. Can't even think what the machine's called. I should know because you own it. Dual Win, is it? I think. I seem to think I've seen a flyer from Hortons at some point. Other than that, no. Maybe they just didn't need to. Maybe they were that well known because there was only a handful of Allwyn manufacturers, really, wasn't there? They sort of just didn't need to advertise. Although you would have thought that perhaps when they come up with a new design, they'd have sent round to say, look at our new Allwyn Interspace this year or something. So yeah, I don't know. But it's an interesting observation. If anyone's got any Allwyn flyers, I'd love to see them, obviously. As I'm sure with everybody else. This is a, what's the name of this one? It's not gold. You select it. So yeah, somebody's presumably guessed at the name. Not a bad guess really, is it? Considering the backflash. But yeah, it should be you select it. Ollie, well, Winner Wrigley's Chew. They did sort of a couple of designs, didn't they? They did this weird kind of peacock tail back, or whatever it's supposed to be. It reminds me of a peacock tail. And then they did, have I got one? I'm sure they did another design, didn't they? Perhaps they didn't, perhaps I'm thinking of somebody else. No, I might be thinking of somebody else. Ignore me, I don't know what I'm talking about. What was I thinking about then? Confusing myself now. No, I was probably thinking of Wonders or somebody. Yeah, no, can't see it. Winner Chew, anyway. With the curious design of backflash. What's this one? Winner Nestles, as we always used to say before they got bought out by some foreign firm and suddenly became Nestle. They're nice colourful ones, those. Early Wonders Super Selector. That doesn't come up too often. A bit of a well, I don't know what you call it, backflash, really, kind of almost deco-y, isn't it? But before they obviously got into their really colourful, graphic-y backflashes. But with a 3-2-1 payout. There we are, so that's Allwyns. What else have I got to show you? We had some more Brenco pictures sent in. Some of these I haven't got on. So again, I'll get around to just sort of straighten them up a bit and cutting the backgrounds off and uploading them over the next week or so. A Gambler. Quite a late one by the looks of it. I'm trying to find out the years on these. Jackpot. $2p1 play. What's that? 10p 2p, that one. Lucky Stop. That looks like it needs a bit of TLC. Is that, I think it's a Brenco again, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. It's coming with some Brenco pictures anyway, so I assume it is. Yeah, definitely a bit of a project, that one. And then Royal Strike. Quite smart. Fruit. What else have we got? This one, I can't read what this one's called. So if anybody knows what this one's called, let me know. So I might have to go down as unknown in a minute, unless I can enhance the picture enough to read what it says on the little top flash there. Looks like there's an image of Big Ben on it. So is it Big Ben? Let's see if I've got anything listed without a picture at the minute. So I've got some names without pictures so far. No. Nope, don't know then. So we'll just go down as unknown for now until we know the name. A two-reeler. Like a relatively modern picture, so hopefully that means that one survives somewhere. I think who sent these pictures in there. Trouble is, I accumulate all the pictures in a folder and then I can't remember who sent them to me. Peter Cousins, I think. I think he had some eBay pictures, you know, over a period of time and whatnot. This has come back to front. This is the inside of Skittles, Jameson Skittles. We sold one of these, or two of them, I think. Did we sell? Quite a natty machine, really. Let me just have a look. Skittles. 1, 2, 3 of them were sold actually. The last one we sold was £300 back in October 16. So yeah, kind of looks like a roll a penny game. The idea you roll your penny down the wooden thing at the front is almost exactly like the roll a penny shoots you had on the fairground round stall games, all side stalls. The penny goes down into the machine and the lights flash and the Skittles flash. And then whatever Skittle it lands on, the lights stop on, is what you win. So just the usual kind of clickety-clackety uni-selector type machine, but in a different kind of form. Quite nice, really. Peter says, most of the all wins have been on eBay in the last 6 months. There we are then. And the next one, oh, that was it on the Brencos. So moving on then, Paul sent this in. Well, I'm going to just deal with these comments, so the comments are always slightly delayed, so before I move on any more pictures. David says, I've got an all-in called the Mystery Ball that seems to work best with 7 balls in it. I'm not sure if it should, if anyone knows. The Mystery Ball, I don't know, you have to send me a picture. The Mystery Ball, I can't think what that one might be. It sounds interesting. Have I got any all-wins called the Mystery Ball? Doesn't ring a bell. Let's have a look. All machines, all wins. MNO. Mystery quiz. About the mystery. The all win, the amazing, the easy, the electric, the hat trick, the Patsy. Nope, haven't even got that one listed. So send me a picture of it. And we'll see, well, if I know anything or if anybody else knows anything. We'll have a look on Tuesday or next Sunday, whatever. Right, so Paul, in the past couple of days, sent me some pictures of Clacton Pier and Walton Pier. Walton seems to be being gutted and rebuilt at the minute, which is interesting. So this is Clacton Pier in the 50s. busy day. It was dancing like on the pier, marvellous. First aid kiosk, all very organised. Sea trips, etc. Looks like a machine there at the bottom of the left tower, doesn't it? Not sure what it is. But the kind of the left-hand blue tower with the dome on the top. That looks like half a grapefruit. At the bottom of that tower, look, there's a machine that looks like a don't know, fortune teller of some sort, probably. I don't think it's a crane. Don't know what it is. Gift vendor. Something of that ilk. So that was it in 1950s. I'm not sure the exact date of that one. And then this one was 1976. Well, it says 78 on there. 76 or 78, where it says Showtime, 71 or the other. 6 is what Paul said, so we'll say it's 1976. Dickie Henderson, Arthur Askey. And some people I've never heard of. Roger Stevenson and his friends. Why not? If you're going to go on the stage, bring your friends along. And then the Dolphinarium. Dolphins and sea lions, shows daily, Sea World Aquarium. Yeah, what can you say? When I wanted to have penguins on the pier in Colwyn Bay, the council said I couldn't. But then the council didn't like me very much, so that's wholly surprising. But I thought it was a good idea. And then here, these ones Paul took a couple of days ago. Or yesterday, even it might have been. Anyway, am I in the way? Probably, I usually am. No, not really. So yeah, with a giant big wheel, which kind of completely dominates everything. The nice thing about Clacton Pier is the front basically hasn't changed in all these years. It's got a quite nice Art Deco front still on it. That seems to be a little bit fuzzy. So yeah, roller coaster on there, nice lighthouse slip, supercar slip. And the old Jolly Roger at the bottom there, the big theatre on the bottom of the pier. Also, they also had Nemo the whale on the pier. Why not? Other than the animal rights lot, can you imagine the health and safety palaver there'd be these days, having a whale on the pier? Yeah. Yeah, we are. I haven't been on Clacton Pier for years. Last time I was on there, I nearly fell through it down the end. It's a bit precarious, shall we say. We're here, 10 Pier bowling. Ice cream, marvellous. Chips. Can't have a seaside without chips, can you really? Tom says, I do firework displays on there. I did several off the pier in Colwyn, and nearly every time I managed to set fire to the pier. So I hope you don't do the same. Always used to seem to be a stray bit of spark or fuse or something that make its way down between two boards. Because I did them right down the end of the pier, which was rotten anyway. It was out of bounds for anybody else, out of bounds to the public. So the bits of joist underneath the board were a bit rotten, which makes them dry and flaky in the summer. So yeah, I was used to go and do some fireworks, go back at the bar and have a drink, watch for the flames, and then go and put them out. Always good fun. So yeah, instead of the first aid kiosk, I now seem to have a giant big wheel. Yeah. But yeah, it's very smart looking at the front, isn't it? So I've not been on for a few years, so I hope the rest of it is as smart as the front is. Oh, there we are again, back to that nice 50s shot. Yeah, if you compare the two, so the Curve building, which is now the fish and chip shop, so that was all curved glass bricks when it was built. It was a Sea Trips booking office for a while there in the 50s. Interesting stuff. Paul says, I'll have to pop down there at Easter. Yeah, why not? Peter, the clock's still not there. Is it on the top there? Quite a nice little feature between the towers. Anyway, so that's Clacton, and then over at Walton. So these are interesting. It's being completely gutted by the looks of things. It must be probably the ugliest pier in the country, I think. So hopefully when they're finished with it, it won't be so bloody ugly. It's basically sort of a tin shed. But it does look like they're ripping the front off the tin shed at the moment, so with a bit of luck, they'll rip all the tin shed down. It says Walton on these. As you can see, it's not exactly much to look at the moment. But did used to have a huge arcade in there and a lovely set of gallopers at one point. But yeah, you do wonder what the planners were thinking when that came across their desk. And they said, oh yes, you can build that. Yeah, it's just building an enormous tin shed. I'm not sure what happened to their security fence. It looks like it was blown over. But yeah, see, it's been stripped down to the framework, so one of those really, whatever they do with it, it's going to be nicer, isn't it? It can't be any worse than it was. Paul says it was the largest undercover pit in its day. Yeah, probably was. Yeah, bigger than, a little bit bigger than Western then. The Western was massive, wasn't it? But it probably was, yeah. It's not going to win any design rewards. No, I don't think it is it really? You have to wonder how fat the envelope was with the planning application, don't you really? I think you know what I'm saying there. Yeah, so there we are. So Paul says he'll keep us posted with regular new pictures so we can kind of follow its progress. It'll be interesting to see, actually. How they gone with it. So that's that. Now I haven't had, I've got some vintagey pics in a minute. Here we are. Have a look at some vintagey pics. I haven't had time to colour any more up yet. I have got some more to go. Gary sent us loads, so there's still some more to go through. So I thought we'd just run through this lot while we sum things up in the background. In case you didn't tune in on Tuesday or Friday. So this is Tuesday's and Friday's pictures combined. For those of you who missed them, why aren't they playing? Hang on a minute. We need to click a different button. Bear with me. We click that button. And hopefully these will just scroll round. Let's see if they're going to scroll round. Obviously chip in with any comments on any of these lot. Yep, there we go. Marvellous. I'll just leave them playing in the background. Some nice pictures. As I say, it's amazing when you colour them up, the details you find. Shall I slow these down a bit? Hang on a minute. You pause. Go back. Settings. Bear with me just a little tick. I set that to about, what, 10 seconds a picture? How does that sound? Play again. Let's try that. Yeah. So say machines finishing tonight. Don't forget to get your offers in. As per usual on the Sunday, I'll be around till after midnight to see them sold, as it were, and deal with any issues. If anybody has any or any last minute questions, let me know. Send me a message. Don't forget the event, which is a month today at over at Northampton, the Bring and Play Day, as we dubbed it this time round. So the idea being, for those of you who haven't tuned in a week or so, to anybody who's coming, to bring along something for everybody else to see, be it a machine or a piece of fairground art, or maybe if you've got some interesting vintage mechanical toys or things, or anything like that you think we'd be interested in, posters, pictures, whatever. So we end up with a room full of interesting stuff to all have a look at and a chat, etc, etc. It's at a big pub over in Northampton, just off, it's literally 1 mile off the M1, down straight roads, you can't miss it. There's also a Premier Inn on site if you're coming from way away and want to stay the weekend in Northampton and sample its delights. It's about 5 miles up the road from Althorpe, Spencer's Country Pile. There's some interesting museums around Northampton as well. So yeah. And say it's at a pub, so you can get a drink. We've got the function room to ourselves. They'll bring your, if you want Sunday lunch, they'll bring it into you. So you haven't got to leave your stuff to go and have lunch, which is nice. So yeah, it should be a good day. We've got sort of, there's a little outside bit of our own as well. I suppose officially it's a smoking area or whatever, I don't know. And it's direct access off the car park as well, so it's easy if you're bringing something large to get it in. So hopefully that'll be good, and if it is, we'll do more. It's quite a good spot, being pretty central in the country. But I will, as I said before, if we can get the idea working, I'll move them around. Perhaps try and do one down the West Country way somewhere, and then up north, here and there. I've also spoken to Robert, doing a meet at his arcade, sort of in the summer sometime. That'd be good. He's got some nice stuff to look at. So we'll do one up there. I haven't sort of sorted out a date yet or anything, but probably midsummer or something like that. So that's that. As I say, there's half a dozen or so machines to list this week. Spares, all sorts of other stuff. A few other things I'm working on in the background. So by the looks of things, as it looks like we're going to have a whole week of rain, which means I can't get on with any other jobs. So I probably will have a good full week photographing and coding and uploading stuff and one thing and another. So there might be quite a lot of changes this week with a bit of luck. Will you be at Leamington Spa next week or the week after? Yes, definitely. I was intending to be there probably Thursday this week. Kind of depends on the weather, really. Wednesday or Thursday. If I can't get there this week, it'll definitely be next week. And probably also the week after. I'm generally there at least a day a week. Backwards and forwards, sometimes a couple of days. Sometimes it's a very quick in and out, or I'm on a big road trip around doing some other job, so I haven't really got time to hang about for people, as it were. Other times I'm there half a day or a whole day, so that's easier. Obviously, if you're travelling from some distance, there's always hold-ups or unexpected things. So I tend to try and pick those days to say when I'm going to be there for collecting and delivering, so you're not in such a rush to hit a deadline. But yes, just get in touch on that one. The carrier Alan is here on Friday. He's dropping some stuff off, picking some stuff up. So if you've got anything that needs to go out on his van, obviously get in touch with him, let him know. His details are on the question mark page if you don't know already. I've got some parcels to post out tomorrow. So if you're waiting for bits to be posted out, I haven't forgotten, I just haven't done it. But we'll be doing tomorrow. I've got a few to go out. What else do I need to tell you? I've got any other notes here I haven't made yet. Haven't made. Don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I think that's it for me. Anybody need to know anything? Night, Peter. Need to know anything? Got any ideas? Pictures for next week? What should we look at next week? Don't know. I thought maybe 2-player games. We haven't really looked at very much. Things like ice hockey tables, football tables, racing games, obviously all different racing games. Yeah, anything 2-playery. I've got to decide what to take to Northampton myself. I might take my little horse racer, my Doubting Barrett, which is about this big, 2-player horse racer. Victorian things, if you don't know them. Very, very sweet. Very rare. That might be a nice little thing to look at. You're not going to see it very often. I'll take a couple of other interesting things as well. Probably, 2 or 3 earlier wall machines or something. A, because I haven't really got much later stuff. And B, because I think other people probably will bring some later stuff. But so if you come in, let me know, and I'll add onto the page, onto the event page, what people are bringing. And then that way we don't end up having 5 of one thing when we could have had 5 different things. If that makes sense. Because a row of 5 somethings might look impressive. It's a bit boring. So there we are. We've got a projector there as well, projector and screen. So I might try and cobble together some bits of video clip or something. Not sure what, but we might have to find something to show on the video screen in the background, as it were, just to keep people amused. Might just bung all these pictures on like this and just show them in the background. ones I haven't uploaded yet. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, if anyone's got any bright ideas, let me know. If anybody needs to know anything last minute about the machines, send me a message via the website. Get your offers in, and we'll go from there. So next video will be Tuesday night with the results as usual. I still don't know what this boat race machine is on the Wales and White stand. I want to buy one as well. Yeah. So that's it, I think. I will catch you on Tuesday. Thanks all for tuning in. Thanks for all your contributions again, sending the stuff in. It's good. People are enjoying it, so keep them coming. I know it's a bit of an effort to go rummaging around for photographs and uploading them and all that jazz, but people do appreciate it. And the more people send, the more I can show you all. So we all win, don't we? So that's it from me. Have a jolly night, and I'll catch you on Tuesday. Nighty night.